Well, I mean, it's like so many layers of things going on.
It's hot. We hot now. 21 poets. You know what I'm saying? You already know who it is. Dwayne Anthony. You know, man, I got a special guest. I'm gonna introduce you because I don't want to chop his name up. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to chop this man's name up. You know.
Anayah Bin Yisrael in the house.
All right, that's what we talking about. And today on 21 Poets, we talking about so many different issues. But the one question, but before I even ask this man any questions, my disclaimer, here's my disclaimer. I'm just some dude asking questions. So, you know, I'm just letting y'all know, and you get the answers, you get the answers. I hope I'm asking your questions. I'm damn sure answering mine.
And can I do one disclaimer too?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We need disclaimers.
I'm just a dude that asked a whole bunch of questions and went and found the answers.
That's a hell of a statement right there.
So,
you know what I'm saying?
How I felt about it, how anybody else felt about it is a lot less important than what it is.
Yeah, exactly. And today's question, 21 Poets, who are the real Jews? Members of the Black Hebrew Israelites gathered on Capitol Hill on November 13th. It's an interesting question. Like, to me, I seen the guys out on the corner.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like a lot of people I know. We drive, and then you see a whole bunch of dudes in the
usually dressed in blue or usually
blue,
purple.
gold, purple. Yeah. And in my opinion, what I've seen is, you know, the exchange from point A of someone who knows nothing about this information we're talking about. The regular Joe out there doing this thing, you know, and I'm looking at them and I'm saying, man, these guys feeding off hate. You know, so what, I mean, because the exchange going back and forth is not a good look for us me from in a car and looking at these people exchange.
Right.
And I overheard him say, who are the real Jews? A black man saying, you are, aka melanated, because y'all know I love melanated. But these two's exchanging. Okay, now you know the melanated man says no. You know, the guys in the Jews. Who are the real Jews? What does that mean?
It's an age old. First of all, why is it important?
Bingo.
Why is it important? Why is it important to know who the real Israelites are? Why is it important to know that? Because there are certain things that come with being a real Israelite that people that are not real Israelites, i.e., people that are kind of like Jews,
right,
benefit.
Okay.
Those benefits automatically come with correctly identifying who they are. Because the ones who aren't really will be exposed.
Okay.
That's why people like Kyrie Irving, they tried to cancel him over posting a link to a movie that was called From Hebrews to Negroes.
I remember that. You know, right. I didn't really understand what was.
And you're like, why is it such a big deal? That's what you always got to ask yourself.
Right. Yeah.
Why is it such a big deal? That's why.
Okay.
Because there's forces beyond Earth that are just waiting for the real Israelites to wake up.
Right. Now, this here is like the back burner of all the questions, because I want to know, well, who are the real chosen people? I mean, I feel like if you're chosen, you should feel in your heart that you've been a good person on this earth, and you should feel chosen, because it takes good people to be chosen. I mean, like.
Well, let me tell you something about the biblical chosen. Let me tell you about the biblical chosen people, the Israelites, the biblical chosen people. They ended up in a bag full of bull because they turned their back on their Creator.
Okay.
And there were certain curses that came along with that know as a group of people fit into in every single category. You will be borrowers and not lenders. You fail in the fields, you fail in the streets. You know, women will be leading your households.
Right.
You know, there's nothing, you know, that doesn't happen to one group of people on the planet currently at this time.
No.
And young men will be hanging out on street corners.
Right.
Young men will be hanging out on street corners.
Don't forget about the
you
old
know,
men.
like wild boar.
Don't forget about the old men. They're on the exits.
There you go.
You
See
know
what
what I
I'm
mean?
saying? So, you know, there's only one group of people that fit that description, and that's the so-called African American. Okay? But what other group of people in America have had 5 different names since they've been here?
Oh,
Been Negro, nigga, black, colored, Afro-American, African-American, okay? Anybody that name that they didn't change their name, but their name got changed that many times, is obviously somebody trying to hide something.
never thought about it that way.
You see what I'm saying? Like, who changes their identity that many times unless they're hiding from something? Like, okay, excuse me, man. I just keep it real with y'all. I'm just, you know, it is what it is. I've done a lot of research study, but I'm still a street nigga. I mean, that's all it is too.
Now, all right, what you saying that? This the question, because see, me, I be looking at shit. I don't know if you call it research. It'd be some surfing.
Oh, hold on! I don't mean to cut you
what I'm
off. You know, they would also be carried away into slavery in ships for 400 years, according to the Bible.
Okay, you know what? That 400 years is real because you know why?
I mean, what other group of people has this happened to?
But see, they also got a time switch because number one, you said that 400 years. And America be like, oh, they only been here 200 years. No, because they came over here. And this is the question it's leading up to. And the question is, I know they came over here. Everyone knows they came over here, or whoever it may be. And this 400 years of slavery started. I need to know because, see, when I searched, the research I searched, it tells me, like, the Egypt pyramids, right? And the pyramids in Mexico. Okay, the Mayans built. Okay, so the Mayans pyramids are older than their pyramids.
Right, according to carbon 14 dating.
Right. So
their science.
Their science.
Right.
And this is what I'm saying is, well, okay, where do they fit in at? Who the real Jews? Okay, because this nation was booming thousands of years before the nation of Europe. You know, now, okay, so that being said about the Mayans, and then the Mayans and then the Indians, okay, you know, and then the Africans,
They got pyramids right over here in east western fucking Ohio. The what is it called? It's Snake Mound.
I heard about that one.
Yeah. Okay.
They don't call it a pyramid.
They
call
like
it a mound.
You're right. It's 3,000, but they ain't finished digging it up yet.
Now,
okay,
what do they got to tie in with this Jewism?
Nothing. They have nothing to do with each other. Even like some people believe, some people say
they don't have nothing to do with each other. Because what I'm saying is, they're 3,000 years old. I'm not hating on no Jews or nothing like that. So let's get that out another way. I'm just trying to explain why. Okay, what about those people that was before then? I mean, do we disregard that religion? Do we disregard?
No.
I don't understand.
No, absolutely not. There is a distinct history. Earth is a cycle. Okay, them pyramids were built before this cycle. Okay,
right.
You understand what I'm saying? It was built before this cycle. Okay. There's people, the Jews were, when they were enslaved in Egypt, they were building the pyramids. No, they weren't.
Right.
Okay? They were enslaved in Egypt. Okay? But they biblically been enslaved 7 different times.
Okay. I see what you're saying.
So
different cycles.
Exactly.
Everything goes on.
It's a cycle. Israel do what they're supposed to do, they blow up. They become big. They become prosperous. They get too big for their britches.
Get put down.
They get put down. Okay? But the reason why they were always considered God or the Creator's chosen people is because they were always smallest in number. But they couldn't be touched as long as they obeyed Yahweh.
Now, who was the chosen people with the Indians and the Mayans?
Actually, they all spoke the same language. When Christopher Columbus came to America, of course, we all know he wasn't even supposed to be coming here. Accidentally got here, got caught in the damn current, right? That runs straight from West Africa right over here. You don't even really got to sail, just get in the current and it take you there. Okay, he got here, but he was supposed to be going to India. Well, the people that they were going to do trade with in India, they had already been to India. They were just trying to find a shorter route to India rather than go over the ground. They had to go through the Mongols and all these just to get over there. They had to fight to get there just to get a silk shirt. You know what I'm saying? They like, that. We're going to try to find another way there. So, out in the current got drug over here. Long story short, they had the people in India that they had talked to before spoke Paleo-Hebrew. So Christopher Columbus had Paleo-Hebrew interpreters on his boat. So when they arrived on the shores, which Christopher Columbus never stepped foot on American soil, ever.
Damn.
That's a fact. Look it up. Okay? But he did send some people ashore to talk. But the people he sent spoke Paleo-Hebrew. So that means they could talk to the Native Americans here, which means what?
It was all the same language.
Exactly. A variation.
Wow.
The last known recording of Cherokee in 1905. You can look it up on the internet. It is Paleo-Hebrew. You can go to any scholar that knows anything about Hebrew, Paleo-Hebrew, or even Aramaic, will tell you that they are speaking a Hebrew language.
In fact, this is the word that people need to understand. And this word is crossing the lines. Kanye West got beat up with the word.
But the anti-Semitic.
Anti-Semitic, damn it. What does that mean? Like people, because I'm gonna tell you, this is what they tell me it means. They told me it means feeling, showing hostility towards another person, discrimination against Jews as a cultural, racial, or ethnic group. And I need to know, how can someone part B of the question, I can't be anti-Semitic because my people has been through so much, so I'm the last person to be that. Okay.
Well, I'm with you 100%. The term anti-Semitic basically God, biblical gods, Yahweh, chosen people, stem from Noah's second son, whose name was Shem. Okay? Which Abraham, Yitzhak, Yaakov, Jacob came from. That was the chosen bloodline. Okay? So, to be anti-Semitic means you're anti-Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Okay? You're anti that particular bloodline. Okay? Even if I was, it would be a conundrum, because even if I was against that bloodline, I would be actually being against myself.
Right.
Okay? It's possible to be against yourself and be against your bloodline, but it's really kind of oxymoronic. You see what I'm saying?
Okay.
So most of us are from the Semitic seed.
Right.
Okay? I mean, if you spoke of Semitic language, which was the Native American tongues, Choctaw, all these were Semitic languages. Just like the same language that the Israelites spoke was a Semitic language.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? So a third of the people of the world are Semitic. Noah had 3 sons. If you take it without, it's all an allegory. It's much deeper meanings than what is on the surface. But generally speaking, all people came from Noah's 3 sons, Ham, Shem, and Japheth. Ham was supposed to be the father, the progenitor of the African people.
Okay.
Shem was supposed to be of the Arabic or Middle Eastern, okay, and Japheth, European.
Okay.
Okay, based upon the allegory. So a third of the world would be Semitic anyway.
Right.
Okay, yet, do a third of the world know they're Semitic?
No, half of them think they're anti-Semitic.
Right.
I'm serious.
So a person like Kyrie Irving can't be anti-Semitic because he knows he's Semitic.
Exactly.
So anything he's saying is not anti-Semitic. Okay? But he personally didn't say anything, and that's the funny part about the whole deal, how this man was done. And he literally just posted a link to a book / movie. He didn't even have a narrative that went with it. He didn't say everybody should read this, everybody should see this. He just posted the link, and that was that. And this is all the backlash he got. What would create such a fear that would garner that kind of reaction, that people would look at that movie?
I ain't checked the movie out. I need to check the movie.
Honestly, I haven't.
I have not checked the movie.
But the thing about it, by the time the movie came out, I was like, so I already know this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, so what? Okay, somebody made a Hollywood production of it. They put some magic to some shit that I already know. That's where I looked at it. You know what I mean? So I don't need to watch the movie because I know that the premise is documented, verified.
It's a movie. It's not a documentary.
It's a documentary, but it was also a book.
Right.
And I read more excerpts from the book. I've never seen anything from the movie.
The last question. This is because I just did my genealogy. I ain't really do the blood. Just Ancestry.com or whatever. But anyways, this question got to do with that because everybody want to know, like, genes tests show that 2/5 of Ashak and then I just chopped the name up anyways. We talking about the genes. I want to know what's going on with that. Like, now they can genetically make you a Jew? Or they can put it in a...
you're talking...
Gene pool?
Okay.
Gene pool plays a part in this now?
Well, DNA is DNA. Okay, so however the same way how they find out DNA, if you the father, is the same DNA, the same process they find out if somebody matches the same DNA of some grave that they found over here.
Okay, yeah.
So what they did was, when it comes to the Jews, they have this thing called the Cohening gene. Okay? And if you have this Cohening gene, which is, all genes are different. If you have this Cohening gene, then you fit into that category as Jew. Okay? How much do you believe in DNA? If you believe it works over here, then you should believe it works all the way across the board. Okay? So they have found that from ancient graves in Israel, what is now known as Israel, they have found ancient graves, dug up the bones, took the DNA, and tried to match the DNA to other people around the world. Okay? The closest matches they can find is to a tribe in Africa called the Limba.
That's some information I ain't never heard before.
Okay? The Igbo.
I never heard nothing like this ever before. Like about the DNA being traced.
Yeah.
And this is Jew DNA that was in Israel. That's in Israel now, or
that they found in graves in Israel from 2,500-year-old graves. The closest known DNA matches that to them today are 4 different tribes in Africa: the Limba, the Igbo. On the edit, we'll add them in. The other ones in there later.
Do it got anything to do with the?
Which ironically, the word Igbo is a derivative of the word Hebrew. It's Hebrew, Igbo, Abu, Nego, Negro, and then nigga, and then African American, and then.
I love how you broke that down.
Okay.
Hey, but listen, look, man, good looking out, man. I hope I do a good job on it.
You will. Yeah, I know you will.
This is 21 Poets, man. It's 21 Poets. Peace, love, poetry. You already know how to do it. And this gentleman here, I'm not gonna chop his name up. He gonna tell you.
Anayah Bin Yisrael.
Anayah Bin Yisrael.
All praise and glory to the one and only Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Disclaimer.
I got the disclaimer like I told y'all before.
Well, he could disclaim it. He could disclaim it for me. I meant it.
I'm just some dude out here doing this thing on this, asking questions. Remember that, everybody. So when y'all be like, oh, he can't.
Yeah, don't blame him for nothing I said.
I'll tell you what, if I get some haters, I'm bringing the haters on too. Because I want to know questions. Everybody's subject. Everybody under scrutiny. Everybody. I don't care what y'all say.
That's right. Everybody.
You're under scrutiny.
Man.
I'm under scrutiny. You.
I'm gonna tell you. Listen, I'm gonna tell y'all. I'm gonna tell you when I knew everything was right. When I knew I was on the right path. When Israelites used to get pissed at me, Christians got pissed off at me. I tell people this all the time.
Somebody out there talking.
When somebody believes something, they will go to war. They'll die. They will fight that because they need you to believe it in order to validate their belief.